I'm the Headless Headhunter, a corporate I am a corporate recruiter here to help you get ahead of your job search. Wow, I cannot speak. I review resumes. This is a resume of a machine learning intern, not machine learning. This is a I've done everything wrong here. This is a mechanical engineer. All right, mechanical engineer intern. So let's see what we're going to be looking for to mechanical engineer is education, CAD, AutoCAD, SolidWorks, 2D, 3D, designing, modeling, simulating, FEA. I don't know what that stands for, but we want to see it. Take criticism, can work as a team, MS Office, and a bonus is the type of engineer and industry that you have done before. So as an example, it would be like aerospace engines or, I don't know, healthcare tests or something. So let's see. This is the second version. We don't know what the ratio is because they haven't started applying with this one yet. So let's see what this is. All right. So typically you don't need the LinkedIn if you have the portfolio. Realistically, you kind of want one or the other. You don't really need both. And in this case, you can probably have you have the portfolio instead. So I don't know if you need the LinkedIn. That's a minor issue. But otherwise, this is okay. Education, good. Work history. So, process engineering intern. Ensured reliable performance of paint production lines by monitoring equipment, resolving on-site issues, and collaborating with cross-functional teams to improve all efficiency. So, this is not a bad bullet point, but this is also not a good bullet point, specifically for an intern. So what I would like to, and this is sort of where you can put in like the type of engineer. I know it's assumed that Sherwin-Williams is going to be paint, but we don't know that. I mean, we don't know that what part of the production line, right? Like what was it? Was it the conveyor belt? Was it the, I don't know anything about conveyor belts or production lines like that. So I've actually worked for PPG as well, but like, I need to know a little bit more. So this is not a good intro sentence. What you can say is say worked on and like monitored, resolved, and worked on, or here, like this is actually pretty good. So monitored and resolved equipment issues such as, you know, whatever those equipments were. And you can use it broadly enough that they would know, along with like what see, this is the part that doesn't make sense as much. Collaborating cross-functional to improve efficiency. Just say like along with doing X with a cross-functional team. So remember, we don't need to necessarily know a brag. It's not like you can't do brags in your resume. That's okay. But resume is by its nature terrible at, like, you know, showing how good you are. Resumes are terrible at showing how good you are. It's just not what a resume is for. So used AutoCAD to model 2D layouts of electrical panels, perfection. And the facility fire safety system, providing accurate visual plans to support a coordination between engineers and maintenance, as well as to guide repairs. So this part is really good. I feel like a lot of this is sort of extraneous, though. Like, I love the fact you say electrical panels and fire safety systems, but I'd also like to know, like, you know, you do say modeling, but did you use CAD? It's just a little long. I think you can shrink this down. That's kind of my big thing, is this is a little bit long for a, remember, mechanical engineer intern. Designed automated Excel tools, good to generate production reports and visuals, saving engineers. This is okay. Again, I actually think this is okay because this is sort of an understandable brag, because you can't just say improved efficiency, but saving an estimated 12 hours per month on a presentation prep is okay, right? So that's okay. It also shows that you did Excel. Communicated with operation, understanding equipment needs and staff, corporate feedback. This is good. And corporate feedback from engineers to improve project deliverables. So here's the problem. I don't necessarily need to know that you improved project deliverables. I need to know that you improved. Remember, you are an intern. You are there to learn. Internships are, by their very nature, you learning. So is this bad? No, I don't think this is horrible. I don't want to say this is awful. It's not. It's just okay. But we can sort of shrink a little bit of it and I do need to know that you can take criticism and work as a team, but we do have MS Office, we do have AutoCAD, we do have 2D layouts. I can see the education up at the top. I saw that you did modeling, so that is very good as well. So we have about 50% of those. Ideally, we need a little bit more, but let's look at the next one. Assisted in consulting local manufacturers on lean manufacturing strategies, pay plan visits, boot camps. Again, this doesn't really show me what I'd be looking for. Work with team interns to build a robotic sorting system by jointly determining design object, coordinating mental feedback, then presented the finished system to local manufacturers. So this is not bad, but I feel like this itself could be broken down into 3 separate keywords. The first one is a built robotic sorted systems by X, and then worked with other interns and mentors to incorporate their feedback to do X and Y. And then maybe something else. But this is not terrible. Just, oh yeah, that's the problem. It's not even being shown on the screen. This is what I was talking about. So it's not bad. I just think this could be broken up and replace this. And then extracurriculars, which is contributed to structural component design for a student Rockery Club organization by taking direction from club leader into mentoring juniors. That's solid. Use SolidWorks to design structural components. This is good. So my problem is, you can probably shrink this a little bit. Maybe even only have like this 1 or 2 bullet points. And then you could just put this under projects. I don't know if I need to know that it's extracurricular. We could just do projects. And then that way you can also kind of like not have the date itself, because the projects are not as relevant for dates. And then you could have this, which actually has some good stuff, especially because it has battery container, which shows what you did. So that's how you improve it. So to summarize, it's a little bit too wordy. I see about 40 to 50% of what I need here, and I need 75, but you're very close. And then this is really solid, your second one, but it's possible that it's, because it's so wordy, they may not go down that far. So, and you don't need to, formatting wise, again, you don't need to tell me how long that project is. You can just say projects as well. So not the worst. I don't want to say this is an awful resume. It's not. It's just internships are very difficult. So I'm going to guess with this new one, you will probably have a 1 in 55, 1 in 60 ratio. And we want to bring that down to a 1 in 40 to 1 in 30, which is how many applications it takes to get an interview. So please like, comment, and subscribe if this is helpful for all of you. And if you need help on your resume, you can submit it below. And if you need help for me where I find the keywords, I do it on my live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST on twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter. The link is also below. And let's go to the next resume. This is a resume of a cloud engineer / DevOps engineer. So as far as I'm aware, cloud engineer and DevOps engineer actually have the same duties and the same skills. So I believe those qualifications are the same. I am looking specifically at the DevOps engineer, so I believe that is the same as DevOps in general. DevOps can be a little bit weird because I've repeatedly asked people what it does, and they kind of always give me different answers. But they essentially manage the actual, like, all the data and all the stuff sometimes. So what we're going to be looking for a DevOps engineer, which I believe is the same as a cloud engineer or DevOps. Correct me if I'm wrong, please do. I actually want to know if I'm wrong on this one. Is cloud, DevOps, CI/CD, Docker, Linux, Xenix, Red Hat, CentOS, Amazon Linux, SQL, infrastructure as code, Terraform, DynamoDB, Google Cloud, Kubernetes, Helm, Vault, IaaC, security practices, network protocols, firewalls, and SOC. So this person has a 75-1, which is not good, especially for DevOps, because as far as I'm aware, the DevOps market is pretty solid. So this is probably not going to be a great resume, but it's going to have stuff we need. And this person said they've received mixed reviews. Their colleagues have said it looks great due to the products, how others have pointed out how it looks like a wall of text, and the products don't seem impressive. So maybe the bullet points are not great. So let's see what a 1 to 75 DevOps is. So, yes. Formatting-wise, this is off. In fact, if you just switch to this formatting, you'd probably go down to a 1 in 50. So I can definitely see how this is a wall of text. I don't know what font this is. This is hard to read. Anyway, so... Okay, this is fine. That's good. You should switch to this. So again, you may want to put citizenship, status, city, and state if You are, and again, these are US keywords. I did not look outside. So accelerated the development cycles by using Jenkins to automate a CI/CD, which integrated Maven, testing unit, deployment to EKS. Amazon EKS. Amazon EKS might be it. Reduce vulnerabilities, security risks. I think that would count as security practices, and I assume they would know that, but maybe they don't. So maybe you want to put that to reduced security practices or something, integrating SonarQube. Yeah, so I see what they're talking about here. This is a lot. And this could use with trimming down. Most things I say you need more keywords, you need less keywords. Because I actually can sort of find these. Because you have infrastructure as code, you have CCD, you have GitOps, you have... GitOps wasn't one, but then there's a lot of other stuff. So you need to fix the formatting. And you need to nail down on the jobs that you want and those keywords. So here is how to find the keywords. It's just very hard for me to teach this without doing it manually. Is you take about 10 to 15 good job descriptions. Good job descriptions will have what's called like the qualification section. It could be qualifications. It could be need to have. It could be nice to have. It could be must have. In that section, take 10 to 15 of good jobs, make an aggregate of those skills in that list. Those are going to be your keywords. But yes, this is a little too much. It's not bad, though. I honestly think that your formatting is probably doing most of the problem. And I don't know if you need Docker for DevOps. I mean, I'm sure you do, but I don't know if it's in the job description. So, but otherwise, I am finding sort of what I'm looking for. Let's see. Infrastructure is code. I see. This is exactly how you would write it. So yeah, fix the formatting and then be very clear on what bullet points you want, because this is kind of what I'd be looking for more so than a lot of the other stuff. Like, I don't know if Docker is needed. I don't know if GitOps is needed. AWS is solid to have up here. And I think you had, the problem is I think you had AWS in here as well, and I just can't find it. So make it clearer to read by using my formatting. No, the entire resume should be black and white. That's it. With the exception of your contact information, that can be blue and hyperlink. But beyond that, everything here needs to be black and white. Nothing here needs to be bolded. Nothing here needs to be bolded. The other thing that I am noticing is these are a lot of very short contracts. You have the equivalent... Oh, these are projects. Okay, that makes sense. Experienced... Okay, that makes sense. Again, I could barely read this. I don't really think you need dates for your projects. I don't think that's necessary, because if it's possible they may confuse those with actual work experience and then wonder why you're a job hopper. So I would say keep not necessarily these three, but keep three of these projects. And then, yeah. Let's see, I'm trying to look at this, but yeah, so I would definitely say you need to keep maybe 3 or 4 of these projects. Your experience is okay, and you may want to put some more, but the biggest issue is you're not clear on which keywords you need. You need to be very clear, because if they're not looking for EKS, it's irrelevant on your resume. If they're not looking for QB, they don't care. So look at the jobs, take 10 to 15, aggregate those skills, the must-haves, because they have like nice-to-haves. You don't need to care about that. They said what you will be doing. You don't need to care about that. Just look at the must-haves and nice-to-haves. Make a list, and I will bet you that it should be close enough to this, which will get you a job. So, yeah, this is so much. So much is here. So simplify it. Make it clear and concise, because remember, someone who is non-technical is going to read this, and they're going to read it after reading 40 resumes, and they have another 40 to go, and they have 15 seconds. So make it clear, make it concise, make it quick, make it boring and plain. Good resumes look boring, I swear to you. So let's go to the next resume. This is a resume of a front-end developer. So I don't know their ratio. They did not tell me. They did not tell me anything else besides that they were front-end developer, which admittedly, good for you, because that's more than a lot of people say. So I don't know how good or bad this resume is. I don't know anything about that, but let's find out. What we're going to be looking for front end is JavaScript, React, Angular JS, HTML, CSS, PHP, SQL, Scrum, Agile, RESTful APIs, SEO, WordPress, Git, Docker, Jira, Vue, Next, and a bonus is extra language, cloud, UI, UX, SAS, sorry, not SAS, SASS, and TypeScript. So, mostly good formatting because it is mine. I will give you a slight thing is this should be able to fit on one line. I think you can just say 3.5 cum laude, and you should fit on one line. You don't really need this secondary one. There is too big of a gap between here and here. I know I need to change it. I will get around to doing that. I am sorry. It's on my format. There should only be a single space in between these. And now let's go to the actual bullet points. Mentored first-year students in CS fundamentals and programming concepts using Python. So that's not bad. The problem is, like, it's not quite what I'd like, but, like, you could seriously say CS fundamentals such as JavaScript, React, Angular, or whatever. But that's not bad. I guess if you didn't do anything there, then that's okay to leave it like this. Used HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Python to develop a web application for soil nutrient analysis. Good. Work closely with an academic advisor to provide sponsorship and technical membership. So the problem is if you're not applying for internships, right? No. If you're doing for full stack, if you're doing for a full-time job, this is not as needed. This stuff, I don't know if I need as much. The rest of it, though, let's see. So SQL, good. For control of soil nutrients, developed an API using Flask, good. Refine UI UX, solid. So there are a couple of things here. One, I know this is going to sound weird. It should be JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. Just reads better. That is what they want to see. I am missing PHP. But the rest of it I mostly have. It would be nice to have like Docker or WordPress or SEO. You may not be able to actually have that, but if you do, it would be good. And Vue or Next. So you have about 40 to 50% of them. We need a little bit more, but I don't think it's bad. The problem is this isn't really related. API is solid, but you already mentioned it. Yeah, so I just want a little bit more. It's not enough. Like, it's not bad. I want to be clear. This could probably get you 1 or 2 interviews or so, but we need a little bit more. Like, this sentence could be replaced with, like, created blah, blah, blah with Angular, Angular and PHP. If you didn't do it there, that's okay, but I would like to see it. So, my biggest thing is I see SQL, again, good, this is good, and Flask is good, but I'm still missing a couple of stuff. So, it just needs a little bit more to it. But I don't think it's bad. It has mostly what I need. I just need a little bit more to move people forward. In fact, the manager might know that this is enough to move forward with. It's entirely possible. So let's go to the next resume. This is a resume review of a cybersecurity analyst in the UK. So, quick note, I've never done cybersecurity. I think I may have placed one person at it like a while ago, and I'm not even sure that was a cyber role. So, a lot of experience with tech, so like software engineers, data scientists, that kind of thing. Less so on the cybersecurity front. Especially because now it's cybersecurity, I'm looking for the keywords in the UK, which could be very different. But this person said, is it worth having more keywords so it's more likely to match with the job description, like match to their ATS? So, there's a lot of things wrong with that sentence. One, ATSs, while they can have AI that screens people, it's very rare. Realistically, unless you're applying specifically for a like AI job, you will not find any screening things in the ATS. The ATS sorts people on a first come, first serve basis. That's basically it. 99% of them do that. Workday, Taleo, ADP, those are the ones I worked for. That is their default setting. Yes, you can add ATS, like other stuff to it, but most companies don't. Most of the time, it's the default setting, which is first come, first serve. The reason you want those keywords is so that the recruiter or hiring manager know that you're in the right qualifications. So Keywords are not, like, recruiters don't actually call them keywords. I want to be very clear about this. We don't go to a manager and say, hey, what are the keywords? They're called qualifications because those are the minimum qualifications that a candidate needs to move forward to an interview. I shorten it to keywords because that is colloquially understood for my audience, but we do not refer to them amongst each other as keywords. So what you should do, instead of matching a singular job description, is take about, I think I did that in the last one, but yeah, take 10 to 15 jobs that have the same title, look at the keywords from there, which are basically the qualifications, which they are the qualifications, and make an aggregate of those, use those to mass apply, because ATS is, again, they sort people on a first come, first serve basis. So you want to be fast, but if you're fast and you don't have any of the qualifications, you're going to get rejected, which are the keywords. So you want to have a strategy that is both of that, which is why it's good to go for the job title and not the job itself. So saying that, I don't know if these are the correct keywords because, again, I don't have as much knowledge of the industry. I don't know if a security analyst is the same as a cybersecurity analyst. So take this with a grain of salt. What they would be maybe looking for is degree, network protocol, system architecture, threat landscape, security tools such as any of these. This is very key, which is explain complex topics to non-technical people. SOC or help desk roles, they really like to see those in the resume. Firewalls, whatever this is, attack, NIST, ISO, and cloud. They did actually want a lot of cloud. Oop. And a bonus is going to be CompTI, CHS, Python, CISP, GCE, whatever these are. There's so many of them. So let's see if you have at least some of them. And what is your ratio? Did you say about 100 to 1? So we know this resume is not good. So regardless of whether these are the right keywords or not, we know this resume is not good. So let's do it. Aspiring cybersecurity professional with a CompTI first class honors degree. Okay, none of the don't put a summary unless you're changing industries, which I think you might be. But don't do this, okay? What you want to do is just say transitioning to X industry from Y industry. That is the entirety of your summary. You don't even need to put the word summary. You just put it right here. Also, please use this formatting. It's so much better, I swear to you. Cyber CompTI. Where's your education? This is a nightmare. Okay, so, yeah, this is hard as heck to read. It is really, really tough to read. Okay, so here's what you want to do. You want to put your education, your certs up here. In this case, CompTI is good, so you want to put CompTI up top, and then you just want to put whatever your education is in, which a BS in computer science. I don't need all of this. You could put honors in it, but it should fit into this many lines. So one line for the CompTI, one line for the bachelor's in computer science. Then this is a giant blob that if you did it during the CompTI, which I think you did based on this, that's okay, but you need to put that under projects. Then work experience, which is, this actually is, I think, what we're looking for, some of it. It is CSF was one of them. There's CSRF. I don't know if that's the same or not. There was SDL, Software Development Lifecycle, SQL. So yeah, I'm kind of seeing it here. AI could be good. But yeah, the problem is this is just a nightmare to read. What you should do is put work history and projects in the same time, then list about 2 or 3 projects from here, which I guess is here, but I don't even have the keywords that I'm looking for in this one either. This one I do, though. This is actually solid. I think this is, like, the SOC is what they were looking for. I don't care about Splunk logs and SIEMs, but the rest of it, the fact that it's SOE is. So I want you to drill down on what they're actually looking for, and you need to make it clear. This is a nightmare. Don't do this. This is a giant, put it into projects, format it like this. This is a resume that is going to get rejected 100 times before it gets a single interview, and you know that because it does it. It's a nightmare to read, especially when it's very dense like this stuff. Because remember, it's not AI that's looking for these. It's the recruiter or the hiring manager. A lot of the times, keywords without showing how and why will work on recruiters, but they will get rejected by the hiring manager. So I'm not telling y'all to put the keywords in necessarily for the recruiter. It's actually for the hiring manager a lot of the time. So fix the formatting. Drill down on what you actually need. This might be right, this might be wrong. I want to get roasted in the comments. I really want to learn more about cyber, but the formatting is not helping you, and this is what we need. Remember, the keywords are not the keywords, they are the qualifications. They are how we determine you meet the minimum requirements for an interview. That is it. It's not AI, it's not some ATS thing. It's a human that doesn't understand your industry, or it only has 15 seconds to find it. And I challenge you to find something this technically dense in 15 seconds, because I don't need all of them. I just need 75%. That's what it. And realistically, 1 in 15 resumes don't have that. So that's all I can do for this one. Let's go to the next resume. This is a resume of a full stack developer in the United States. I assume in the United States. That is my default assumption, unless people tell me otherwise, because I live here. So this person has applied to 400 jobs and not gotten a single interview. That is really, really, really bad. So what we're going to be looking for in a full stack dev is TypeScript, Python, JavaScript, CSS, HTML, Node, Angular, Next.js, MongoDB, SQL, React.js, API, REST, Cloud, Agile, CI/CD, and cross-functionally. Bonus points are architecture, extra language, and Git. So those are what we're going to be looking for. 400 to no interview is something really wrong. So first off, if you're getting like 400 to 1, I would double check your phone number and email, because a lot of people misspell those, or their phone number goes directly to voicemail, which is then full. There had been a couple of times where I saw a perfect resume, which I don't even like saying because it's really perfect resume for the job, and I called them and it went straight to voicemail, and I tried emailing them and nothing. So, all right. So, wow, what is it doing here? Okay. This needs to be one line. I don't care about the rest of it. This doesn't matter. So one line just for this. Again, use this formatting. Skills section, completely deletable. Don't care. Does not help. Software developer. All right. Developed and shipped key features in React. Yeah, good. JS, improving accessibility and user engagement. I don't care about user engagement by 15%. Led the migration of CI/CD. Okay, good. From GitHub, which could be good. Nope, don't care. Completed advanced managerial agile training. I mean, that's like that's a bonus point. The only thing I really see here is CI/CD and React. Let's see. Again, agile is nice. I do like it. It's here, but it's where's the TypeScript, the Python, the JavaScript, the CSS? Again, does not count here. If you send in a resume with this is why you cannot do it. If a recruiter sends in a resume where it only has a skills section up here, it will get declined by the manager and the recruiter will get a talking to. You cannot have it here. This JavaScript, TypeScript, and Python and SQL I need to see here. Yep, nothing here. Nothing here. Built optimized using React, good. TypeScript, good. Node, but it's all the way down here. But again, yeah, there's barely any keywords for this. Especially like the most important ones are these, and Cloud, and SQL, and I don't see any of those. Like React is very good, but I need more. So yeah, you just don't have any keywords. In addition, I'm going to guess based on this that you will need immigration services. I'm going to guess, I don't know if that's right or not. Typically, you will need to apply to 3 times as many applications to get the same result as a U.S. citizen or green card holder. It's not fair and it's not just, but it's unfortunately the truth. Mainly because not a lot of companies will offer visa sponsorships. It's also that they may offer visa sponsorships, but they don't know because no one's explained the types of like visas that company can work for. Because the difference between an OPT and an H-1B is massive. The amount of things that you need to do between both of those on the company side is very big. And it's possible they could accept OPTs, but they're not aware and they think it's the same as an H-1B. Or there's 1,000 other different types of visas. And if you're not, that's okay too. But yeah, this doesn't really tell me anything. I mean, that even without that part, this does not tell me anything. I'm going to count them. 1 keyword. 2 keywords. So that's React and CI/CD. And Agile, again, it's nice, but it's like in between needed and nice to have. It's good to have it, but you definitely need other stuff. So that's 3 keywords. I'm going to be generous with it. And nothing. React. We already did. TypeScript. There we go. Because it's all the way down here. They may not get this far down. And that's unfortunately the truth of the matter. They may not go that far down. Yeah, I don't see it. And I don't see any cloud either. I know you have AWS here, but I don't know where it is in your resume. Can I even find it? It's up at the top and just even showing all the way at the bottom. Yeah, nobody's going to find it. So you need to use this formatting. You need to make it clear and concise and simple. And you need to use these keywords, especially for full stack. These ones are pretty simple, which I feel like I should reorder them because there is an importance to them, because SQL, this entire top line, and I can maybe do React and Cloud are arguably the most important ones. But wait, where's API? I don't even know. Do APIs? Maybe. I don't know. I'm a recruiter, and the manager may not either. So it's not a good resume regardless. The resume isn't good, and you're already in an uphill climb if you would need a visa status, which it's how we treat the people on those is not fair, and it's not just. I agree with that, but it's going to be a slog either way. So I wish I could end this on a more positive note, but I just don't see what I need. I just don't see any of it. So that's it for this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope it helped out. Again, I don't want to be too mean. My goal is to be mean enough so that this is the hardest review you ever have in your career, so that you can then get a job pretty easily. So that is my goal. I hope I didn't overshoot it. You can always join me on Twitch to ask help directly at twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter. It is 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. PST, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day so that I can get you ahead of your job search.